worms, it's me, man. I've got wearing my non-binary t-shirt today. It's nice, it's made out of bamboo and viscose. It's very, very soft. I bought it from a place that does binders. They didn't have a binder in my size, so I thought I'd treat myself to a t-shirt instead, as you do. Yeah, wow, it's been a week, hasn't it? Has it? I don't know. I think people are going back to work. I've been back to work. It's been great. I've kind of forgotten how to do things and get back in the swing of it. Meet the general public. Sorry. Yeah, and getting called lady all the time, which is funny actually. You know, because like it doesn't matter what I do. I'm always going to be a lady, or at least I'm not a Karen. It's quite interesting that. I was watching a video about Karens earlier, and I fall into that age group, but I haven't got the hair, so... And then, anyway, I'm a nice person. I never demand to talk to anybody's manager, usually because I've worked in retail, and I know that's like. It's shitty. So anyway, talking of shitty places to work, I thought I'd put my 2 pennies worth in about the Activision Blizzard situation. If you're not up to date about this, Activision and Blizzard are a company that makes video games. And unfortunately, the video game community of mostly men is a little bit unfriendly towards women. To put it mildly, we had Gamergate a few years ago where online gamers kind of ganged up on a woman, and it's just not pleasant. It's not nice. I'm not saying all gamers are like that, but it seemed to be a very toxic work environment. And it seems to be that any kind of area where there's a lot of technology, they are going to invite some pretty unsavoury work environments. Because I used to work in TV, and I was the sole engineer in I'm not going to say the name of the company because it's older history now, and I can't be bothered to bring it up again. Although, you know, technically speaking, I could. I can't be doing with the drama, frankly. But yeah, it's a post-production company in London. Let's put it that way. One of the things that I did was I used to, like, you know, run cables through the ceiling, join video recorders and things up together and things like that. Carry the digibeta recorders up and down very narrow flights of stairs because it's an old building. Oh my god, that was hard work. And I wouldn't have minded that. It was hard work, and I wouldn't have minded that. Wouldn't have minded, you know, climbing into small gaps to put in cables. That if it wasn't for the fact that not only was I the only girl there, but the guys were filthy animals. I mean, it went past jokes. I mean, jokes that were really making me uncomfortable, but I just thought, well, I've got to take it really, because, you know, it's a good place to work. You know, there's a lot of people want jobs like this, and I guess it's like that in the gaming industry as well. You know, if you don't like it, you can leave, because there can be another 10 people wanting to take your place. So I tried not to, you know, make any trouble. But eventually, after being sort of sleazed on having jokes, and then the last straw was when this guy grabbed me and pulled me onto his lap and then put my hand on my crotch, and that was like, I sort of laughed it off, but then at the end of the day I thought, well, I better go and, you know, talk to the manager, as you know, not being a Karen, but I just shrugged off and I said, well, he's been here longer than you, and if you don't like it, you can leave, which is, you know. And then at the end of the week, I got called into like the top manager's office. Now, this company was actually run by women, and I thought, well, that'll be a little bit more sympathetic. So when I was called into the office, I thought, well, oh, this is good. This is going to be a chance for us to sort of talk this out. And basically said, they turned around to me and they said, you're too much trouble. You're not a good person to have around in this company, and off you go. So I was sacked for reporting sexual harassment. And that was in the 90s, and it doesn't look like anything's changed, and that pisses me off big time. So I'm really I stand with these women who work in male oriented industries. Let's just be, guys, we're not taking your territory away from you. No, we're not threatening you. Chill out, relax, okay? We're not invading your spaces. If you want to go and be an incel, go and sit in your mum's basement and do it there. Don't do it at work. It's disgusting. Everyone has a right to earn a living doing the job that they want to do, and not be scared out of it by a bunch of morons playing big man. It's not a frat party, it's a workplace, okay? You want a frat party, bugger off, go on holiday with your frat mates. Don't bring it to work. It's absolutely disgusting. And it scares women off doing jobs that they're perfectly capable of doing if it wasn't for the fact that the doors are barred to them because they're afraid of what they're going to find on the other side of those doors. And it's really time that we just got, they're encouraging girls to do coding and science at school. What's going to happen when they go into the workplace if men haven't changed? You need to change, guys. I'm sorry, but it's not your club anymore. We're all invited. They're just going to have to live with it. Right, well, I'm glad I got that off my chest. It was a pretty horrible experience when it happened, and I still don't like to think about it, but I just, it's always helpful to talk about these things, because if you don't, they will keep happening. And, even after Me Too and even after all of this, shit still happens. And I think on a corporate level, the swamp needs to be drained. The shit needs to be pruned, cleaned out, and people need to be taken to task for things to change, and just not for women and, female people to have to go through what I went through and what other people go through as well. Because it doesn't matter, even if I don't present as a woman, I still get treated like a woman. I still get called lady. I still get, called love, and I'm 50. And so it doesn't matter. I'm not walking around in a short skirt, and you can't dress like that if you're an engineer, and you have to climb up ladders and go into holes in the ceiling and things like that, and ducts. You can't do that in a short skirt and long hair. So, I had short hair and I had black jeans, and there was nothing about me that was even remotely inviting that kind of molestation. But they did it because they could, and they knew that they were untouchable. And I don't want that to happen to anyone else. I don't want men to think they're untouchable. I want them to get what's coming to them. And not just a slap on the wrist, and certainly not to have the people who have been victims to be sacked because they're rocking the boat. I do not want to see that again, ever. So well done for speaking up against Activision and Blizzard, and I hope this is all part of a sea change. I'm not optimistic. Men have been running the world for hundreds and thousands of years. They're not going to suddenly stop, but it would be nice if little pockets of acceptance and kindness and just not being an arsehole, just basic human decency. It'd be nice if there were just a few pockets of that to allow women to work anywhere that they are qualified to work in. And that's it, really. Well, I'm going to make another video soon about something else. I haven't decided what yet. I've got a funny little thread on Facebook that I've been reading about. What would you rename ADHD? And it's got some very funny answers. So I might do that as a thread later. I'll update you on the vegetable patch and all sorts. And I might talk about some more sensory things. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, I'm a little bit worried that the internet police are going to come after me, because I did want to talk about bras, because somebody brought it up in the comments on one of my other sensory issues videos, and I just thought, well, is it really appropriate for a 50-year-old to show minors their underwear? I mean, it's important to talk about because, itchy straps and things to avoid and things not to avoid, and what's comfortable and what isn't. But if I know that if I get my bras up in, and somebody out there who is convinced that everyone over the age of 18 shouldn't be on YouTube because they're dangerous predators and things like that, I just don't want to be part of that, that whole their list. I don't want to be on their list. If you want If you think it would be a good idea for me to make a video on bras, I will be as scientific and you know, it won't be inappropriate. I can promise you that. It'll be about material. It'll be about, you know, straps and finishes and sewing and clips and things. There won't be anything inappropriate. You know, it's not Victoria's Secret. I'm not going for that at all. So yes, if you want me to make a video about that, drop your comments below and any advice on how to make it so that it doesn't get flagged as just disgusting and offensive, because that's not what I want really. I'm aware that I am in an older age group, and I know that there are people who have been on TikTok and that who've been older age groups befriending minors and then taken advantage of them, and I'm not one of those people, I can guarantee you. But it's so easy to read into people's good intentions something untoward, and so I'm really asking your permission to do something before I do it, so that we're clear that it's not problematic. Okay, so yes, any other suggestions for any other videos, drop them down below. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. I haven't been posting a lot recently because I've been, like I said, starting work again, and I've just been too hot and it's been really tiring. But the weather's cooler now. I feel a little bit more awake. So things are going to go on a pace. So thank you for watching my big old face, and I'll see you again next time.